Pack. What's good? It's your boy FICO Jordan here. Where my dogs at?
Yo, what's good, man?
Man,
What's the deal, man? How we doing?
What's good?
Hey.
What's good? What's up,
Morning,
fellas?
happy holidays, brother.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Man, I look,
Thank
hoping that
you.
everyone had a blessed, happy Thanksgiving, you know what I'm saying, with their family. Got a lot to be thankful for, especially, considering that what we do on a daily basis and having this opportunity, not only to be able to come together and help educate the masses and being able to, go ahead and get this chicken, but the fact that we even have this opportunity to do so anyway, because we know they do not want us over on this side. So we're gonna make sure we stay over on this side. Protect your mentals, protect your chicken, like the boy Beast Mode said. Look, how's y'all's day?
Man,
Coming from Thursday, and obviously they would try to sneak some things by us on Friday. How was it?
Friday was a crappy day in the market, man. It seemed like you had to be in some
Right.
plays, or especially puts if you wanted to eat that day specifically. But we got some time on our plays, so it was just another day to buy inside the pack. It was. But besides that, the family ate good. I'm sure everybody else family. Tyco, I saw some of the food you made, man. That was delicious looking. It was.
Man, look,
Bon
man.
appetit.
I get my little Michelin star,
Yeah,
thing
man,
popping
it's
off.
impressive. I gotta get a signature dish up off you, man.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with Corey. I mean, most of the market, I guess to say overall, was down, but just look, man. I was actually surprised, man. A lot of my positions, man, I was up Friday, like up. Like Procter and Gamble. A lot of XLP stocks were looking good. I'm in also LI. So because of that earnings coming on Monday, maybe that was partly, part of the push of that. But they reacted very well despite all the downward movement. So overall, it was a green day. But I think that's more so to do with the plays I was in, more so than because I don't think I made any new positions or anything like that on Friday.
No zero
I didn't
day
even
action.
take 0 days. I didn't even do any 0 days. I had
Thanksgiving was good. I was gonna say Thanksgiving was good. So for me, people don't know I'm a workaholic. So I just like to work. Came in Friday looking for discounts because when I see red, boy, I get so excited. Hey, I'm on the call, mad because stuff didn't fall further, so I can get the stuff for cheaper. I like to buy low, sell high. So anything I can get for a discount. So I don't know. Stocks go up. I'm actually hoping that they tank the market on Monday. I'm not even gonna lie. I hope they gap it down,
Tank it
as far as they can because I get excited. I get excited when I see that stuff. So overall, it was mixed. There were some opportunities, but just like we'll here's the thing about it: the money is always somewhere. So we saw the stay-at-home stocks, Peloton, Zoom, a bunch of these stocks just completely take off. And then again, we talk about like VIX and UVXY and TLT. There's not just magical things happening. There's people putting money. So people are not taking money out the stock market. They're putting it in VIX and putting it in TLT. These things that we see going up is where they're putting the money. Just depending on the weight and SPY. You may or may not be affected, but there's money here. I'm just looking for opportunities, man. Sales.
What is it that you continuously remind pack members, especially on our live Zoom, what they're looking for as far as the institutions?
Value. It's value, man. Everybody wants the value.
Yep.
We know what thing. So I mentioned somebody. I can tell you the price of turkey meat, a pound of turkey meat at every single grocery store in my whole neighborhood. Rouse Food for Less, Whole Foods, whatever it is. I know what the price is supposed to be. And when I get that price, whether they had that sale once a month, once every 2 months, you get in for that price. It'll never be cheaper. That's value. A lot of these stay-at-home stocks beat down, Peloton, crazy percentages off the high, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Quick chance to make money. I don't even know if they'll be bullish going forward. I just know that they saw an opportunity to make some money on something cheap.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Throw the money around.
I mean, that's facts. I think this was like one of the last pops for the COVID stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, COVID died down. We're gonna hit you with this variant real quick. I forgot how many percentages Peloton and Zoom gapped up on Friday, but they both gapped up big. It was kind of like a last round. Let's get our last little cash out on this COVID thing because it's dying down, man. They're not gonna get the same effect, going into 2022. So let's maximize it now. We had the letter O. We got P Q R S T U V W X Y and Z. So we running out of letters.
Now, if many of you, you might not be paying attention to the news, or if you are new to trading and kind of figuring out what the market, is doing on Friday. So I personally I play futures. It was about, I don't know, like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, or something like that. I sent message to the bros in the chat like, "Yo, futures is taking a skydive." Like it seemed like it seemingly came out of nowhere, and so I didn't know how far it was going to drop. We already had bottom of broadening formation marked out, and then go to sleep, wake up next morning, getting ready to trade on Friday, and you see, oh, it kept going. Now I know for the S&P mini futures, it had fallen and hit a low. It was like well over like 100 points, and so I was like, okay, that's interesting. Now we normally realize that when it falls very quickly, typically snaps right back. So we was expecting a gap up early in the day. Now, if you pay attention to CNBC, which we constantly educate new people that come into the group on this fact, CNBC is not your friend whatsoever. CNBC, for the most part, typically works hand in hand with institutions. This is the reason why they let hedge fund managers, investment managers come and pump up their positions. And this is the reason why during the GameStop fiasco, why they allowed their talking points are basically making it out to be as if they were irresponsible. The market is not built for the little guy to come in for a short period of time and win. So what you'll notice and what we'll point out too here is they're looking to drop and rotate money in a quick manner if they possibly can, and they use catalysts to do so. On CNBC, they will tell you up front that the market is coming down through 2%, because of the fear of the Omicron or Decepticon variant. Like, but that's not the case. They aren't afraid of anything. Like you heard Boss Gang say before, they are looking for value. The money is not coming out of the market. They're rotating it into something different. You get on CNBC, if you get on MSNBC, you look on the feed. It fell 1.5%. Should you sell? Stop it. They are trying to. This is a tactic to scare people out of their positions.
Hey, FICO, man, you know what I noticed? They're so not with the people. They literally giving you news in hindsight. It's like the market's falling, but it's like at this point it's reversing or something. It's like they expect people not to be looking at charts.
But they don't expect people to even know how to read charts.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah.
And they'll have these talking points all day. And that's the thing that kind of irks my nerves more than anything. Picked up on this last year, and then because when I was alone before joining any community, I would look on CNBC all day, and I'm like, man, wow. They don't tell you the percentage; they tell you how many points it's falling. So when you look at like S&P futures, you're like, man, 75, it's down 125. It sounds like a lot.
100 points.
It's just, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It sounds like a lot. But I will go ahead.
Manipulating people's emotions.
Yeah.
100%. And like in terms of this tactic that they like to use, like what's some of y'all's thoughts in terms of how they trying to manipulate the behavior of people who they know? Well, I'm not gonna speak too much on it. We see it happen. We get new people come in, they oh, I'm red. Oh, I can't stand it. Like
Is this play over? Is it dead?
give me some of your thoughts and
Right.
feelings on
Well,
this tactic where they working hand in hand
to
to
me,
do this.
I used to think they were evil and bad for it, but it's like at the same time, it's like all they are sports commentators. All they are is Kenny Smith and them. So Charles Barkley and them. So if you think of this market like that, so if somebody's telling you that LeBron James is going for 100 points right now, or actually LeBron James and the Lakers, they're down 100 points right now, and if you don't have the thoughts to go check things out yourself, especially if this is affecting your pockets. Let's say if you have a bet on that game on that Lakers, then you're the idiot to just believe what somebody's saying. If you got money in that game, you should be wise enough to understand how to observe it and make your own thoughts. And and a lot of retail investors, they aren't. And I was there when I first started too, just watching them, thinking that they're going to put me on game, thinking like, okay, this company's CEO about to get interviewed. This might be an opportunity. I was like that too in the beginning, but you have to be wise enough to make observations after a while and understand and come up with the same thoughts that we come up with, and understand
Yeah,
rotations, understand how the markets work. So, it's just about you being able to adapt. And after a while,
yeah.
I feel sorry for you. Especially if you're in the pack. We hold people accountable. That's why we are. That's why we creating the foundation that we're creating. A bunch of alphas. So I'll let you guys continue that.
No, good insight there, Dustin, for legacy. And I only add, I think that you know we're in the minority. So when I look at it from like a macro perspective, like we're in like the 10 percentile, the 5 percentile in terms of like being able to interpret the information appropriately. And so it goes back to when we get new people that come in the group, to go back to your question, they're coming from people that are learning, or they're watching CNBC, they following that, or they in a group that's following that, and the leaders of that group teach people in that way, all the technical analysis and indicators. And so we are shocked to the system when they come in here to us, because we like throw all that shit in the trash. Everything you done learn, just throw it all in the trash now. I don't want to hear none of that shit. You come in here, you can hear me. I'm like, no habla español, because I don't speak that. Like, we don't do that over here. So,
I'm saying the comments, they might take the live down for that comment, for these comments that we making.
oh shoot. Nah, I mean, we stand on it, but we got proof. We got receipts.
Right. It's crazy because with all this stuff, and I mention this all the time when I talk to people about stocks who are interested, they maybe have heard. The very first question I get is, "What if the market crashes? What if I?" And it's weird. And so it's funny if the only thing you know about the stock market is the word crash, and that's been ingrained into you. And I'm not sure where. You've never looked at it. I don't even know where it came from. Maybe you watched the news a bunch when you were growing up and you only used to see the red. I'm not sure. But then a simple question is, who owns stocks, rich people or poor people, right? So it's pretty obvious that a certain portion and demographic is being manipulated to believe one thing, where another group of people are being brought up to believe something else. Something is good, and then some other people are believing it's something scary. Maybe it's like a roller coaster ride. It's lots of fun, but people only tell you about the scary part. I don't know, but there's a ton of opportunities
that
out
fear
there.
stick with you longer than that. Yeah.
Right. That fear, and it's driving decisions. It's driving decisions. People hopping out of plays that are going up. So we teach giving yourself time and buy low, sell high, and all that kind of good stuff. We understand that the market goes up. So you'll have people getting out of plays that have been going up for consecutive weeks. We'll look on the chart, and every time they see a wick, they're out of there, and then it continues to go up every single week.
So every time they see a wick,
it's manipulation. People feel like things have to go against them because that's what's being fed to you. Like, things are hard, they have to go against you, and
that's a big point. They're conditioned that way. They're expecting,
be nervous.
They're expecting the negative to happen.
Right.
Yeah.
That's where that money and liquidity comes from.
Yeah.
In the market. I mean, somebody's on the other side of that trade. If you step up out of there, I mean, that's where the manipulation is from. Psychologically, it's absolutely working. You know,
Mm-hmm.
people scared they can't see red. They can't manage it. They don't even know how to manage the play, especially if
Right.
they have time. Obviously, this is something that we fix when they come over to us, but they, immediately you start hearing well after the market is closed, which should have been common sense considering how fast they worked on and have data in terms of how quickly they were producing. New variant came out. Oh yeah, we work on a jab for that. We'll have in about 100 days. Another
Mhm.
variant come out. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, we're gonna go and test that, and Moderna and AstraZeneca and all the companies. Next thing you know, oh yeah, we'll have a jab for that in about 120 days. It's not different.
Mhm.
It's no
Right.
different. Like and then they'll come around and then you'll bring the talking point. I think it all was an overreaction, and bro, we know that's what y'all was
Right.
gonna say. It's just a
Right.
revolving door.
Mhm.
Like that's
So
the
if
whole.
nothing more,
Right.
take
That's it.
take this point, give yourself time, and use this psychological thought process of thinking like an investor.
Facts.
Nothing changed fundamentally that made them all of a sudden want to sell their position in the company. So if that is the
Mhm.
case,
Mhm.
you're looking at a discount. Pretty much what it is.
Right. Right.
This is the
Right.
reason why you don't put too much
Mhm.
dip on your chips, so you have that opportunity to assess that situation as such. Moving on, we're going to jump straight
Mhm.
into how the sectors ended up finishing up. We got a couple things that I am short on, just because how they behaved at the end of the day. Some things bounced back very well on the day, and others did not. And then Boss Gang will go ahead and bring you the information regarding going to this last couple of days left in the month. Let's jump straight into it. So, right now we have materials sitting, you know, we got a green day, great bounce back that it had, coming on the top of this was flag. Um, Looks like it seemed to touch. Nice gap down. Did finish green on the day. Now we did finish with a red week. Because of this move down and the gap down, still green in a quarter, still green in a month. Have to see how things finish up over the next couple of days. Now, as far as XLC, I am short on XLC. If you notice, after getting the shooter in the last quarter, it's done nothing but fulfill that. Coming through in force, looking at 73.98 is going to be that target as far as the quarter is concerned. Still red on the month, red on the week, red on the day. If anyone ever wonders why I sound like a weatherman whenever I'm going through these charts, I went to media school. It's just ingrained in my brain. I apologize. XLE, as far as energy is concerned, we're green on the quarter, red on the month, red on the week, and a red hammer on the day. They did buy it up. You're seeing here, they did not do that with XLC, and energy was setting up a nice move, man. Had Oxy. Matter of fact, someone in the group from this bounce back hit a two stack thou wow on Oxy, I believe. And XLI, we had a green quarter, red month, shooter, red week, red day. Looking like it's come back to a previous buy level. See if it could work its way back up to the point of control at 104.62 or continue down with 2-2 continuation on the week. XLK, we got a green quarter, green month, went 3 on the week, very aggressive, and 2 is red on the day. Could potentially roll over. Full time frame continuity to the downside on the month will be 161.53. That is not very far. If it gets below this volume shelf on the day, that's more than likely where it's going to be headed. So keep an eye out, XOK, to see if they'll be coming out of tech. Briefly, Staples setting up. Green quarter, green month, turning into a shooter. We got a red week and a red day. See if we can flip continuity on some of those. Real estate green quarter looking like it's not moving in force. I'm gonna have to wait and see that you do have a red spinning top on the month, red shooter week, and 2 down red day. I'm coming off volume shelf, could come back down to his buy zone. Have to pay attention to that. See if it can make its way back to 46.24. As far as utilities are concerned, we got an inside up quarter. We do have a soft 2 up week. It is red and we do have a shooter on the week. It's 3 down, and we have a red day. XLV Healthcare. We are 2 up, trying to make its way up to 137.04. We have a green quarter. We have a red month, red week, and a red day. Seemingly to be choppy right now. If you look at the day, especially over the past 4 weeks, see if it can make a move, whether to the upside or downside. Not going to predict, just going to react in whatever direction it decides to choose. Now, discretionary XLY is interesting to me because this particular setup, it is green on the quarter, high up there. It is green on the month, though a shooter does not have to move very far in order to get full time frame. To get continuity to the downside as far as the month is concerned. Now you have a red week that tried to go 3, so you could get a 2-2 reversal to the downside on that, and you're looking at a red day. So you have some things that are pointing down, but if you look at how they finished on the day, you can see what they bought. Clear as day. Very, very clear. Boss Gang VIP, as far as this last couple days left in the month before we transition into the last month, for the final third of the quarter, what's the Almanac telling us this week?
Absolutely. Well, going into Monday, November 29th, it is the end of the month. November has been an incredible month for the S&P. We've made a ton of gains. We've had a ton of opportunities we've taken advantage of. We'll continue to do so. Monday, the 29th, is Hanukkah. The market is typically bullish on Hanukkah, just holidays, just in general. So we'll see what kind of price action. It looks like we still got some downside potential. We got upside opportunities. To me, it's a lot of chop is what it comes down to. So it's going to come down to where the money resides and just making sure you're really managing the plays that you're in and showing a lot of patience. Throughout the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we're going to get some choppiness action, potentially some low volatility. As we head into Friday, we are expected to be extremely bullish. Historically, the first trading day in December, NASDAQ has been up 21 of the last 33 days, but down 9 of the last 14 trading sessions. So the 1st of December is on Wednesday. Coming out of this portion into December going forward is when we typically get a lot of strength in the small cap plays in the middle of December, again, because institutions are looking for value. When you have environments where there's high inflation and the Fed tapering going on, you can expect a rotation out of this tech, as we've been mentioning, the high evaluation stuff, to things that have been beaten down with low evaluation, price earning, price sales in those small cap stocks going forward. What we try to do is buy low, sell high. So we're trying to find where the money is rotating to before it actually, before the retail traders catch on, before the technical traders catch on. We have been looking at some small cap stocks. We have been monitoring and will continue to do so, looking for those opportunities going forward. But I feel good. It's like, as we always say, we're just gonna find where the money resides. Back to you, FICO.
That's what's up, bro. Appreciate that. So this week, personally, I am looking at just a couple things that interest me. I really want to see where rotation is kind of occurring. The stock that interests me the most at the moment, simply because of the way things occurred as far as futures were concerned going into Friday, and that is ticker AFRM, Affirm. Now, unlike a few other stocks that are in fintech, I have not looked to for some time. If you'll notice that PayPal smacked to the downside. People have been waiting for potential reversal on this because of how low it's moved as far as the quarter is concerned. And I watched a personality stock educator in his own right that I highly respect. About the last quarter, he was moving a lot of people over into tech, or not in the tech, but into fintech. He was just very adamant. The chart did not say that whatsoever. And without having to use an indicator, we don't, like, you're just simply looking at the fact that money was coming out. So he kind of ushered a lot of people over there. There was nothing to do for those people. It was a burning building. It is what it is. Square, on the other most part, same situation, except it seemingly to have maybe found a bottom potentially. I'm not going to speculate whatsoever. It's just that in this area, Square seems to bounce right back up to the top side of this range. So if that is the case, you could potentially see it do it here. Look at the last 3 days where you've gotten a 2-1, 2-1, seemingly just moved it sideways there. So Square could get back up. Now, when I paid attention to Affirm, I noticed that nope, not the same behavior. And seeing how the rest of the market was coming down, well, this week, especially after Monday, things went inside up. And so I'm noticing this hammer that it has set up on the week for a potential 1-2-2 back to the upside. So Affirm interests me the most because of that and its magnitude. A lot of buying activity coming back. So I'm going to pay attention to knowing that 163, not far away, is where you'll get full time frame continuity back on this stock. We do have a couple days left in the month. I want to see, will this have a strong finish to the end of the month? I am short on XLK, XLP, not really paying too much attention to those. And then obviously XLC communications, they get their booty smacked. This is what it is. So I just want to point out that that's where I'm looking at money to reside on Affirm. You're getting that 1-2-2 on the week over 137.39. Now, homie investing for legacy.
Pack.
What you got for the gang this week, man? Where you feel like the money residing?
For sure. I definitely, oh man, that firm play is something that crossed my mind as well, brother. Crossed my attention this weekend. So I'm definitely behind you on that. I agree with everything that you said. Besides that, I would like to add that I think it's a strong holiday play. This is just basically giving people the power to pay for things that they don't have the money for yet right now. And, we all know America's big on that. And also some super bullish news with a firm I saw this weekend. I didn't know if I wanted to be insulted or if I wanted to be, it basically made me a little insulted, but it also made me more bullish on the stock. You can put your bottles in the club now. You can pay for them on a firm.
Stop it.
I'm gonna send it to our group, and it's like it's sick, because I know who they targeting with that, but it's like I'm not stupid enough to fall for that trap. So you can affirm your bottles now in the club. So that's ridiculous. You can stun all night and pay for it later, man. It's
my God.
As a club owner, it's very innovative to offer that service.
Hold up. I get I know Resume and Boss Gang, bro. Y'all hear this, bro?
Bro.
Yeah, man. I just can't make this up.
Yo, Legacy, thank you for that, bro. Because I'm just picturing the bottle girls coming out with this, like, they like, nah, you on the payment plan, you don't get no sparklers.
That's only for cash paying members.
Yeah, man. And then if you see the person coming through without the sparklers, but they got the bottle girls, like,
yes, brother, yes, it's ridiculous. I'm gonna send it to the group right after this.
Oh man, wow. Yeah, thank you for that, bro.
Yeah, bro. But so Affirm definitely bullish on going forth in the holiday seasons and the parties. It's the party seasons as well, man. So I'm with FICO on that one. But I want to start with Uber. I see more sentiment I don't see this COVID sentiment going anywhere. I see it going into this last quarter pretty strong, especially with with Biden hoping to be able to sign a new mandatory vaccine by the end of the year. But it don't make sense to me though, because the new COVID, it doesn't get affected. The vaccine can't stop it. So I don't know. They're going to keep pushing the narrative. But anyway, if Uber, I see a possible rev coming up with that. I like the basically of all the stocks that popped on Friday, the COVID plays, the in-home plays, I like this one. I see plenty of room to the upside. I like the hammer on the day. I see it bouncing off the bottom of a broadening formation that I see. I want to see it go 1-2-2 rev up on the week before I'm really. That's one of our favorite combos. I want to before I really get confident behind it. But I don't like I said, I don't see this COVID sentiment going anywhere, and I know Uber Eats that will be more so of the play for this company. But people definitely don't want to, they don't want to go out for the food, especially during COVID scares. Dash is another play, same reason, typically another COVID place. DoorDash, same reason. I see the same pattern setting up. I would like to see another one. I see the same thing, a 1-2-2 rev on the week is what I was hoping to see here. So if these things are moving together, like I see them possibly doing, I think that'd be some good safe areas to place your money on the long side for the short term, maybe a month contract out. Just ride this COVID scare wave. Lucid is also something I want to highlight. I like the strength that I seen it show on Friday after everything gapped down. It showed some real like what you thought? Who you thought you was gonna hold down? Basically, it wasn't going. Period. I like that strength that it showed. I want to see a 1-2. I want to see a 1-2-2 rev up on the day, and I want to see a 2-1-2 break on the upside of the week, inside week. So we'll see. Besides that, VX and TLT, the only things that I feel, kind of confident about going long on right now. I do just see a little bit more correction, a little bit more discount, double checks going on in the market. Puts on the put size, guys, I am loving Apple. FICO, he mentioned XLK. He's short on them right now, but Apple, this is typically one of the safest put plays. In my opinion, big money knows that retail investors love Apple. And if you look at the contracts, the volume that are on them, it can get really pretty ridiculous. Like everybody's jumping in on Apple. I love the company, so I can see them punish them a little bit more to the downside. I can see some room down to 150 easily. But we'll see. A lot of times they like gapping these companies down, so we might miss the entry on that. But look for a reversal back to the downside, especially if XLK is running down to it as well. Again, these are just basically companies that we're looking for discounts in. Something I'm definitely looking for a discount in is semis. I know that whole SMH. I know that SMH, MU, AMD. I know they all have room to the downside. They've been running pretty impressively for the last few weeks, for the last month, over a month actually. So I'm not really, but I know this is an area that I'm looking for. That not only me, but big money, they're smart enough to be looking for discounts in this area. So if I take them short, if they're all moving in unison to the downside, I would be in and out quick, maybe an overnight swing, if that. But this is the area that we know that semis, there are high demand right now. And we know that the big money is looking for discounts in them. So those revs can come fast and hard when you see the opportunity. So if you go short, especially in this area, be disciplined and take those, have those profit targets for sure, those short-term profit targets. So overall, I just want to see what the market's going to do. I am more bearish going into the market next week. I do see more room to the downside, but also I know we know how to find where the money is residing. So I know, we'll find those sympathy plays that they're rotating into, whether it just be a nice little base hit whether it's in VIX or TLT. So, you have your biases to the upside, but I do recommend everybody to have their favorite put setups going into next week, and just be prepared to get some of that quick chicken. And when it comes to the downside, they take the elevator down, and we take the stairs up, so that money can be a lot faster when it comes to puts. I'll pass it on to my brother.
Hey, yo, that Lucid, I like it.
Yeah, I like the Lucid too, bro.
Semis, they got some room to the downside, but
Yeah,
these niggas they gonna buy up that MU.
buy it up. They
They gonna buy up that
that up.
MU 100%.
Yeah.
Appreciate that, Legacy. Appreciate that, bro. Boss Gang VIP. What you
Yo,
got for us this week, big bro?
man, we gonna keep it simple. I'm still being patient because I'm gonna let all this end of the month and the contract rotations and all this kind of stuff play itself out. But there are some things that I'm looking for that have some potential discounts going forward. Some of these mining companies. So again, I took a position starting in Vail last week. It's just a starter position. I was actually looking at these 2024 contracts and different things like that you can get a ton of time on. So Vail is what I'm going to be looking at this week. Looking for a chop break out of about 12.89 ultimately. You can get an entry at about $12.74, but ultimately 12.89 would be my chop break level. Potential small room to the downside, but if there is a rotation into these discounts and these materials, which Vail is very, 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 very highly discounted. So unless we're going to stop using materials sometime soon, I see a lot of money coming into Vail. So we're there, and I'm looking to get some runs in Vail. So definitely there. Another one, I'm into small caps that are coming up, and I don't want to wait till the time comes. I actually want to be there in the setups that are already setting up. One of the companies I look at is Jamia. Some people call it the Amazon of Africa. Jamia had a really, 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 really strong day. So right now, currently FTFC to the downside. We got this hammer on the week. And so what I'm looking for is for it to make a 2-up on the week off this hammer on Jamia. So I got 2 levels I'm be looking for entry. One is at $13.66 on the day, and another one is over $14.23 on the week on Jamia. Friday market was down. Jamia up 2.25%. So even though it looks red on all the charts, I can see that it was green on the price, and it outperformed the market heavily on Friday. So definitely looking at Jamia. A couple other material companies I'm be looking at to keep an eye on: CLF, Cleveland Cliffs. We love Cleveland Cliffs, of course. So I am going to be looking for some strength in some of these materials, small gap to the downside. Just looking for buying opportunities and value. CLF, day entry over 21.90. We got the week over 23.28. So we're looking to take that back into continuity. Had that gap up, green day. We'll see what happens on there. X, another one we like. X, US Steel. And again, a lot of this stuff is just based off these fundamentals and value, and then trying to find these setups going back into continuity. So X 24.33 on the day, 26.40 on the week to get up out this chop break, take that to magnitude. $5-6 before we have any resistance. We got Alcoa, AA. Another one, just looking for these opportunities off these potential reversals. Alcoa 48.14 and 51.36 on these materials. The last one I'm going to look at is going to be DraftKings. DraftKings, really, really green. Looking at the value here on the price, I believe it may be at the bottom of a broad information. I'm not sure. It's FTFC to the downside right now, but it was actually green for the day, up 1.29% actually. So this is one of the things I mentioned, not just looking at the colors, looking at the actual price, because the colors can kind of trick you out of something. And I like to find things when they start to go up, and the actual price is what tells you that, and then the candles will reflect the price going up. So once we get these price going in the direction that we want, we go into continuity, and we can get in with some really good discounts. But again, not going to rush too much. Just want to take our time this week and try to find entries, because entries matter. That's all I got, FICO. Back to you.
That's what's up, man. Ladies and gentlemen, you are guaranteed to find value 100%. Rock on Boss Gang VIP. Appreciate that, bro. Mr. Friday, Mr. Resume.
What's good? What's good,
Step
man?
into the booth, bro. What you got for us this week?
Man, I got a nice short list for everybody. I think overall sentiment last week, just updating folks, like I had VIX and TLT trigger off my watch list for weekly revs. that's my bullet. That's my bearish indicator. So a lot of times for me, I'm going to hold back in terms of the amount of opportunities. And then, I mean, on top of that, there aren't many opportunities to the upside for one. There's a lot of downside movement, but it's all in continuation. So you're not going to find any downside plays that are going to trigger to the downside. They're already moving down. So either you're going to jump into the downside and hope it keeps falling, or you're going to wait and position yourself for these reversals. And that's kind of the mindset that I'm in right now. It's kind of positioning myself for reversals back to the upside. I don't trust more. I don't have enough trust in more downside movement. We may get a little bit, but as much as we dropped on Friday, I don't see much more to the downside. Just my personal opinion. But to definitely agree with you, FICO, Affirm, that's probably number one on the plays that I'm looking for on the upside. Really like that setup, the 1-2-2 back to the upside. Looks like a winner to me. It's already reversed on the daily time frame, so I'm definitely feeling you on that one. But I won't go into levels there. You already covered that. The next one I have though is Twilio. And on Twilio, let me get here. Yeah, so we've got this 2-2 rev potentially on Twilio above 292.35. And that'll give us our weekly reversal. We reversed on the daily time frame as of Thursday, and then we had continuation Friday. So we're getting the movement that we need to the upside. And so I'm looking for a potential monthly rev on Twilio going into December above 317 flat. So we've got the weekly rev here, 292.35, and then monthly rev at 317 flat. So I like that Twilio. That may be one I take long back to the 400 range. So just going to do some more analysis on that, but I like the way Twilio's setting up for a long play. Next one is Roku. This is a FICO Jordan special right here, but I wanted to call it out for my boy. I know he will take a look at it now that I have put it on his radar. But Roku, we're looking at a 2-2 reversal on the week above 238.27. We actually came below a weekly level broadening formation last week, but we hammered out on, almost formed a hammer on Friday. The weekly candle showing the hammer. So what I'm expecting is this reversal back to the upside for us to get back into this range and then make our way back to the 450, 490 range. But we've got a lot of time. XLC is down, so you don't have to rush on this one. Just be patient. But Roku's one I'm also watching for a long-term move back to the upside. So we just want to watch to see where these things are going to bottom out at. So even if they stay inside or they don't trigger this week, that's okay. No rush on these. Next one is Lemonado. So Lemonade, we got a couple things going on here. We have a 3 down on the month. And I really like those setups for the monthly, but more specifically, I'm focused on the weekly rev. We've got a 2-2 rev on the week above 53.23. And then we've had reversal on the daily, which kicked off Thursday and continued on Friday. So we're getting the signs of a reversal here. So I'm looking for that Lemonade reversal as well. Just need to throw some broadening formations on that one. And I'll have some targets in terms of price levels. But from what I'm seeing, there's a good bit of magnitude on these. So definitely like the setup on Lemonade. Yeah, Lemonade looks fire. Next one is RKT, Rocket Mortgage. So Rocket, we've got a 2-2 rev on the week, potentially above, what is this level? 1597. And I repeat that, 1597 is the reversal level on Rocket. So if you've been tracking Rocket, or you've been around the block, this Rocket's been at levels way higher than this. So again, we're looking for discounts, but we've got this 22 rev at 1597 on Rocket. Broad informations I have set on this one currently take us back to the $19 range before we get any kind of high level broad information. So I think there's a potential for Rocket to make a strong move back to the upside as well. Like the setup that's sitting there for us. Next one, and these are my last two. First one is Knox, NNOX. Yeah, here we go. Knox, they have a current inside week, and we are looking to potentially take this 212 back to the upside above $20.57. We've had a reversal. We did a reversal on the day last week, so we're pushing back to make this reversal on the week, and I'm looking at levels at around $34 on the high side of this range. So if we take this flip, I'm looking at it to go to the $34 range. So again, just being patient, just monitoring. But I really like the setup on Knox. And then the last one I have is UPST, Upstart. I've been eyeballing this one since it was around $400. But now that it has come down, it hit a low of 189 last week. And now it is currently at 209.41 and is at the bottom of a monthly level broadening formation. Is that what I'm looking at? And so with that, I'm looking at this thing to reverse back to the upside above 215.29. Again, I'm just kind of watching it. There's no rush for me on this one, but I will take this reversal on Upstart back to the upside. And we've got magnitude on the month as well, back to like 355.42. So I'm looking for the 22 rev. Looks like the daily and the micro time frames are starting to turn over as well. So I'll be keeping this one on watch as well. And that's all I've got, FICO. Pretty light list for me this week.
That's what's up. Bros.
Y'all boy good, man. Y'all got some work, man.
Got some heat this week.
Work, man. I like that.
Honestly, it's my favorite time coming into a new month, because obviously it's a lot of scanning for reversals at the end of the week, day-to-day basis. But then monthlies, y'all know that's where we eat like big time. So I'm trying to be pretty forward thinking, obviously. So it's gonna be the next 2-3 days is gonna be real important. Finding setups early. If most people who are in the group, a bit of advice that I could basically tell them whenever it comes to looking at time frame continuity and in the thought process of seeing a play working itself out, honestly, man, it's dominoes. That's it. It's like when you set up dominoes and use a little kid, like you get this smaller piece that can knock down a larger piece. Look at time frame continuity in that manner. This is the reason why I get it. You don't ever want to try to predict where prices is, like what they're going to do. But honestly, because of the strat, it has become fairly easy for us to kind of utilize that and see that and be able to take plays and work them for a long period of time. I don't know why people kind of get out of things so soon. They kind of leave so much money on the table, and they say not to be greedy, but my kids deserve for me to be greedy.
That's fear. That's fear, and that's lack of knowledge and understanding of the charts.
Hey,
What you
got
about to say, boss gang?
Throwing away 1,000% plays that they paid 50 cents. We got people throwing away 1,000% plays that they paid 50 cents to get into because they go down to 40 cents. Like that's you're not gonna make money like that.
Or it goes inside day the next day. It don't even have to. It don't even have to come down. It can just go inside.
Right. Inside, right?
I'm not.
Yeah. Still
day traded.
If you come over here to Alpha Pack Trading, you are going to realize that you are going to go through a rehabilitation process. It's all cool. It's necessary. I just know that as a kid, my mom dropping me off at school every morning, and the words that she constantly made me reiterate to her every day, as embarrassing that it was, she worked too hard for me to just be leaving all this money on the table. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, like so. It make it real easy to operate that we do. Investing for legacy. Look at his name. Look at his name, people.
Gotta do it.
He ain't about leaving money on the table. Why is he doing
Gotta,
this? It's in
gotta,
his name.
yeah, sir. You gotta,
Yeah.
it's just about just letting that short term fear. You know, it's plenty of times, and I was a victim of it before too. Before to really cover up this with our culture. A lot of times you got to remember what you even have in the play. A lot of times we go off percentages. You might only have $150 in a play, but if that can turn to a few thousand or a couple thousand for you, then that's real benefit. If you lose $150, it's not going to be the worst thing anymore. If you lose 50% of $150, so just remember the overall what you got in the play, and that's the best thing I can advise you guys on that. And just if you got time, just look for those opportunities to add to them on those reversals back to your side.
Right.
Yeah.
Great advice.
Yeah.
Just don't get in 100 every play. Don't get in every alert.
Yeah.
Like, that's what's gonna kill you right there. You gotta rank them for yourself, prioritize them, and then you have a system by which you get in those plays. You got a top tier, second tier, whatever, however you rank them. Like for me, I personally do top tier. I got a top 3 to 5. Like no matter what, I don't care nothing else in the market doing them shits I'm playing, no matter what. And then if none of them trigger, then I'll go down my list to the next tier, and then so on and so forth. And so that's why my list be so big, but I always have it ranked out. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to prescribe to the members either. I don't want to tell them what they should play. I want to give them the ability to like develop some kind of thought process of where they can determine what makes sense and what doesn't. But as we get on the call, sometimes we'll have 8 plays running, and then we'll have people on the call like they're in the 2 that's not running, and we're like, well, what? What was the thought process? You know what I mean?
right.
Yeah.
Like, it's not about.
So one of the things I
go ahead.
No. I was gonna say finish up. I want to hear what you.
No, I'm done. You good.
Okay. So one thing I try to encourage with these setups is to make sure we catch these reversals. We're gonna use this strat and all this methodology that we have to the full potential. So if we tell you that something is coming off a monthly or weekly reversal and it all triggers at the same time, don't get yourself a weekly contract and put a little bit of money in it. Give yourself some time. Give yourself some time.
Hey, you boys giving too much
allow
game
these
on the
plays
YouTube channel
reach
now,
magnitude.
Boys, giving too much
I'm
game
like,
on the free YouTube
I'm like,
channel.
hey, give
that's
yourself
proprietary
some time.
information.
The funny part is, I love giving away the game because you know why? People not gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get my
They ain't
time.
gonna
I'm
do
gonna
it
do it.
anyway.
I'm gonna do it.
Big fact.
So I'm gonna do it. We know how this go. I'm gonna do it. Hey, if people want to make this money, that's up to. But that's what we're here for.
Right.
That's what we are here for.
Every Friday, spitting game.
And when we honest with ourselves, brothers, like the pack, our YouTube family, we are very relatively small to where we heading in life. So you guys are really joining us at a critical time. You guys can really take advantage of our times and our with the services that we offer more than anything. So please reach out, join the pack, what we stand for, comments. We plan everything. It's like you see what we all about. And Lucy, pack member in the comments, definitely commenting and back. I'm bigging up everything that I'm saying, but it's I'm just excited for where we going as a pack family, man. We're young. We're very young. Let's put it where we heading. There's gonna be millions of views soon enough.
Absolutely.
Look, make sure that you hit the like button. Make sure you hit subscribe and click the notification bell so you do not miss any of our videos coming up in the future. Crypto Academy will be back on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. You do not want to miss that. Boss Gang VIP and Investing for Legacy brings some heat. That 100% absolutely has changed my life and many other people's in the pack. Trust me. This is
just to give y'all a little taste. Just to give y'all a taste of the crypto, man. Pay it like we know Metaverse. Everybody knows who's paying attention right now. Metaverse is pumping. but pay attention to the shovel sellers right now. What I mean by that, in gold rush, people running for the gold, trying to get the gold, but it's people that had to sell those shovels for them to mine and to get that gold. And I'm noticing in that, and when it comes to metaverse, the same thing is happening right now. A lot of people who are adding to those. So just to give y'all a taste of the game even in the metaverse. On our crypto calls, I just want to throw that out there. I know we're focusing on the market right now.
And look, that's a very important thing that I want to talk about is even if you don't find yourself being as skillful as a trader as you would like, show up on Wednesday. I'm blown away by how many people are not willing to look behind the curtain whenever it comes to crypto. It will change your grandkids' kids' life, like 100%. There should be more people looking at crypto than looking at the stock market. To be honest, it just is what it is. But be here Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. These two are going to take you on a journey on a week-to-week basis. Honestly, that can change everything about your family tree and so forth. But you guys got anything else before we get up out of here? You already know how I get down today. It's all about the OHIO over here.
Right.
So
enjoy your day.
Yeah.
Well, it's Clemson Tiger family over here. We got the Gamecocks today. So, Cooler boy, sorry we got to do it to y'all today.
Straight up. I'm about to do some more work. I'm about to go make some more money, man. That's what I'm about to do.
2 up every minute, man.
You already know what it is.
You
already know what it is. Let's get it.
Right.
I'm actually get a little enjoy and feel family time. I'm trying to get a little homie time, man. I know, like nowadays, I never had time for my friends but not my close brothers, people who really doing things in their own lives, and we never had times for that. And when we get around each other, it's like we only adding to each other. So it's like you got to make time for that company, that close brotherhood that you enjoy, that's adding to you, and y'all adding to each other. So definitely want to try to get a little time in with we Superman. We got family, fathers, husbands. So it's just like
right on.
That's real, bro. Man. Yeah. From the homie FICO Jordan and the rest of my bros. We catch you next week. Have a good weekend. Peace.
All right. Salute, fam. Catch y'all this week.
Peace. Get your chicken, man.
We going straight to the moon. I made 1,000%.